Hi guys, it's Becky. The beads were good again this week. It was that holiday week, that nebulous sometime between Christmas and New Year's. That's where we're at this week. We also did have Christmas. I am slightly full of cheese, not as full of cheese as I hope I would be. Oh my gosh, I have pie. I forgot about my pie. I didn't forget it in the oven. It came out, it cooled. I just forgot that I had made it. I have something to look forward to after this. Anyway, do you like my beautiful sweater? It's actually one that I had made for an ugly Christmas sweater, but it was an ugly Christmas Star Wars contest, and I never got around to duplicate stitching a Wookiee and a hat, a Santa hat on the front of it. So it's just my really cozy sweater that has an enormous neck, and I did that on purpose actually. But because it's so warm, I need somewhere for the air to escape when it gets too hot. But yeah, so I've got that. The beads were good again this week. I had ups and downs, and none of them were like bad events. It was just me. Just me. Some days I was up, some days I was like just struggle bussing. And I think we all sometimes get that way where, you know, putting one foot in front of the other gets a little bit harder than it has been. So I'm still here though. I'm still here. And I appreciate everyone who, you know, reached out and said hi and wished me Merry Christmas, and you know, invited me to their lives that they were doing that I was like, I just really can't because I wanted to, but I just couldn't. So thanks for the invite though. I really appreciated it. But let's go down and see the things that I made, because I did make things this week. I did. I'm counting that as a win. The things that I made. Okay, so here are the things that I made this week. Well, the jewelry that I made this week. I also did some embroidery. It's just snowflakes with cotton thread on that. But I did a bead weaving project using these beads, and it was a very festive sort of project. I did this for Christmas Day, where we have these green halos around some red beads, and then we have these other beads that look like little bows between them. It's a very festive bracelet, and it was a lot of fun to make. It did not take a lot of time to make it either. It was the kind of project that you can finish in a day for sure, if you've got the time. But I also pulled out some of the little mini bundles that I've gotten from Bead Box bargains, and I made a couple of items with those. I actually did a video where I did this one and this set at the same time, where this was the Amethyst Elegance one, and this was my surprise mystery bundle from the sale, when they were like, buy a certain amount and you can have this amount or this little surprise bundle for free. So that was one of those that I got then. But I also like absolutely wanted to get into the Sam's Bead Box, the winter cabin one, because it was calling to me. Especially these components, and wanting to find some cool and fun ways of using the components just a little bit differently. And I had a lot of fun coming up with this focal, and then using these pendants as connectors instead of pendants. And then I did these earrings that are long and drapey and funky, and I love that. And then today, some of you may have already seen it. I did post it earlier this afternoon. I made this set from the Bargain Bead Box for December 2024. And that was using all components that came in that, except I did add a lobster clasp for a closure, because the closures that came with it were big and chunky, and I was trying to like minimize the chunkiness. So I just used a small lobster clasp. And then I had a lot of fun figuring out a cool way to use these bracelets that came in my companion bundle. This was the first companion bundle that came along. And then I made a little bracelet to go with the necklace that also was made with that. So let's switch up and I will try these on for you. All right, so let's put these on. I'm gonna put this on right now because it is just a really fun and festive bracelet that I got to make. And it was a really great time figuring it out, sitting down and making it. I enjoyed it. It really made me happy to be able to make this little festive bracelet. It's going in rotation for things that I wear around the festive season, so we can have that. But let me put on the Sam's Bead Shop necklace because it's longer than I usually do my necklaces, and that's totally okay with me. There we go. It's hanging down there, all the way down there. But it's a really fun necklace, and it's very lightweight too because I used the 22 gauge wire. These are really long too, and I think the length of the earrings matches, like it's matching energy with the necklace because the necklace is nice and long. The earrings are nice and long, so we're not like having some weirdness going on with that. I love them both, and look how dangly they are. They are so dangly. Love, 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 love. Yes, the Sam's Bead Shop box is fantastic. I had so much fun with it, and I got my box extras actually the other day. It was actually after I had got this that I got my extras. And it includes a tube of 80 seed beads. Where did those go? So I'm gonna make something with these and the other beads from the Sam's Bead Box. So we'll do that probably sometime this week. Again, it's that weird time between between holidays. We've got New Year's coming up this coming week. A lot of my coworkers are out, and I have been, and I'm still on call this week, which is fine because we all made an agreement not to change anything. Like, you don't upgrade a server, you don't apply patches, you don't accidentally unplug something, you leave it alone so nobody has to get called in like to take care of emergencies. That's what you do when it's a holiday. You leave everything alone. You wait until you get back to apply upgrades. All right, and then we had these sets that I made from my Bead Box bargains extras. These are free with purchase. I mean, you can't go wrong with free beads. And the fact that I was able to make such pretty necklaces with free beads just makes me so happy. They were so much fun to make. As I always do, there will be links in the description below to the videos for each of these makes so that you can follow along or make it or just hang out with me while I'm making it. That's something that's fun to do. And this was a full set. I know some folks didn't really think that the little opal, the stone of it, it's on the pink side. It is on the pink side. It's less purpley, but I still like it with the rest of these. I love the pearls. The pearls are my favorites of this set that I made. And there we go. It's a nice short necklace. You know, I like a nice short necklace. It's funny how like it's the first short one from this week. And then we've got a little bracelet that goes with it. And I'm just leaving my Christmas bracelet on. I hope y'all don't mind that. And then I used these earring components that I had actually purchased these. But I had added those pearl drops to the bottoms of them to go with it. understated, but pretty, romantic, sweet. I like a little romancy, understated things sometimes. I also really like sparkles, and that's what came up in the video that I did today. One of the things that I made isn't as sparkly because it is mostly using the blue lace agate. Now I did put this on my video, so I'm not going to do it now because I would like to get through this. But here are the earrings that I made using the chip beads and chain that came in the box. And then I just used more of the chain, the chip beads, and some these column beads, cylinders, and some just some craft wire to make beaded links. Come on. And that's no, son of a. You know what? It does close, but it's just not it's because I was trying to do it with my left hand. I'm so much better at doing lobster clasps with my right hand. Friends, I'm so much better at it with my right hand. Why was I trying to do that with my left hand? Handedness, it's a thing. There we go. So this was a really fun thing to sit down and make. It's something that I had, I was planning it. I was going to do it yesterday on Saturday. But like I said, just a little while ago, I've been in a little bit of a funk, you know? Like I had some good days and I had some bad days, and yesterday was one of those days that I just couldn't. And so I didn't, and I rested, and I made plans for today, and I eventually got there today. I eventually got to the things that I had been planning on making, like these. These were so much fun to make. These are those, the bracelets that we wrapped and then stuck in these little trumpety bead caps, and then just stuck a little bicone on the top of it, and it makes such pretty, pretty drops. And they're a little bit sparkly. And then I added to the sparkle with all of these crystal triangle beads in the necklace. And then we have some check glass beads as well. It's just a fantastic celebration of sparkle, I think, which I am looking forward to. I like sparkles. And these heart-shaped toggles are always a little bit tricky to get closed, but I did it. I got it. And then I made a little bracelet to go with it. I actually didn't try this on when I made it, so I don't know if this is the right size. Oh yeah, it's the right size. Yeah, for sure. That fits. There we go. So this is the one that I just made today. This is the one that I made earlier, and this is the one that I made on Christmas. Are these bracelets. So we got those. Anyway, yeah, so that's me. I had a good-ish Christmas. My kids were both with their dad, so I was just taking it easy. I thought I was gonna have a lot more time and feel more motivated for making videos, so I apologize to anybody who thought that they would be spending more time with me around Christmas time than they actually did. I just couldn't. Like Wednesday night, I just couldn't, you know? Sometimes you just can't. So I did what I could. I made the videos that I did, and I spent a lot of time with the dogs because they needed it, and especially because they were missing my son. But then, you know, my son came home, and then my brother came home, and then Saturday was like just catching up on everything. And that's why I didn't get around to doing that video that I had planned for Saturday, and I just got it done today. But I should be able to get a few more things done this week, and I will. I'll get them done. And it'll be really, really fun. Oh, if you are a subscriber to the curated collections from Beads to Live By, and you did not get caught up on the big changes in that subscription model, go check out the Beads to Live By site. I'll put a link in the description just to where the curated collections are. She's changing the format for that, where we're going to be paying quarterly for monthly shipments. So the first quarter, you need to have it paid, I think, by the 31st of December for shipments that start in January. So for January, February, and March subscriptions. But also she changed it from having either the seed beads or the 2 hole beads subscriptions to you either do seed beads only or seed beads plus 2 hole beads. And it feels like, to me at least, that it's almost like there's a little bit extra of a savings. When I signed up for my thing, I actually didn't get my December subscription, and it was just the service that was being used for the subscriptions. It was one where you agreed to 6 months and you still paid monthly, and then at the end of the 6 months, there's no notification that you have to re-up, that you have to resubscribe or re-sign up. And so I didn't know that 6 months had gone past, and I didn't get a charge and I didn't get a package, and so like the December beads didn't get to me, but I still got some stuff from Cassandra in December because I did, if you recall, I did the live with her and we made some things. So I do not feel like I missed out at all, because I made some stuff with December beads. They're not from the December subscription, but they're beads that I got sent in December from Cassandra and Beads to Live By. So I don't feel like I missed out too much on that. But doing the quarterly thing and having to sign up every quarter, we should be being more notified of that, so it'll probably be easier for me to keep on top of things with the change in how it's being done. At least for me, I need notifications. I cannot be expected to remember 6 months from when I set up a thing that I have to go back to the site and say, oh, I want that again. Without an email saying, hey, your 6 months is done, do you want to keep going? I didn't get any of that, so it's happened before, 6 months ago, in fact, and it's totally fine. It's totally fine. It's totally fine. But yeah, but oh, and we got the artist box from the Magical Mystery Bead Box. Oh, it's so cool. It's Degas, and it's like right up our I love the artist boxes. They do such a good job of just like taking a piece of art and then turning it into beads and things. And so I might actually pull out my oil pastels and try doing some dancers in oil pastel to really like Degas it up, and maybe do some jewelry and art. It won't be watercolors, but it might be oil pastels, or maybe I'll just stick with watercolors. I don't know, I haven't decided yet, but we'll figure that out. That's something that I'm probably going to be doing in January. Not yet, in January. What else? I can't really think of anything else. There's probably other things, but I can't think of them. Oh, the 4th of January. I am going to be joining Danielle on Seed Bead Saturday and Jennifer. It's my first time ever doing live with Jennifer, and I'm really excited about that. Jennifer Miller is such a great designer, and she's such a fun person to watch. I love watching her shows, and I am so excited to hang out with her and Danielle. So Seed Bead Saturday, and it'll be on Danielle Wick's YouTube channel, and it'll be really fun. It'll be the 4th of January, which is my dad's birthday, but he's not here anymore, so you know, we're not celebrating. Anyway, I hope you guys have had a fantastic wintry break, are still having a fantastic wintry break, and I hope that the new year brings as much joy as you need and deserve in your lives. Me too. I would really like that for me. But you know what? Let's make some joy together, guys. let's do some beady joy things. Anyway, I hope you guys have a fantastic week ahead. Happy beading.